Well, good evening, folks. It's 6:45 on a fairly cold, rainy evening here at Slick Central. I just thought I'd post a very quick video about USB ports. I've already got one on my Pan-European, but this Yamaha, my little plan is to buy some heated gloves. And the sort I want are the ones that you plug into your USB port. Rather than battery ones, because the batteries, you have to charge them, and I think they sort of go flat after a couple of hours and so on. But so anyway, it's useful to have one for sat nav and charging your phone and stuff. So I thought I'd go for this one here. I'll put a link in the video description to the eBay listing. It turned up very quickly, and basically it's a sort of clip-on plastic USB port with also one USB port and a Type-C port as well, which I'm not entirely sure how useful that would be. But for me, one USB is enough, and I wanted something that was easy to fit and, sort of didn't stick out, if you see what I mean. So that just clicks onto the handlebars. It comes with a little rubber, bit, so you can pad it out a bit. So you can see there, it's got an LED, which is permanently on. So when that's connected to the bike, that LED is on all the time. So you can't switch it on and off. I think it would probably take about 500 years for that LED to flatten the battery. I'll wait and see if it does. I've run it by the technical team here, and they said it's negligible. You can't even, and if you were that bothered, you just hit it with a screwdriver and smash it, but no. So, and it's got a very nice, nifty little slidey bit, which is like obviously got some kind of neoprene rubber in there. It says it's waterproof, which I think it probably is, and it feels really nice when you slide it up and down. It's like matron. That's like, yeah, I might get banned off YouTube for saying that. Feels really nice when you slide it up and down. So anyway, it's got this neoprene thing in there. And it feels, it's a good piece of kit. It's got, as I say, a bit of rubber that you put around. I needed it on my handlebars. I think the 22mm, 7/8 of an inch. I definitely needed it. And it's got a little screw there, and you just tighten it up. Now, it comes with a connector block, which you'll see. So you can connect it up to your battery. And then it's got a glass fuse. And I don't like glass fuses because they're too difficult to get hold of. And it has this connector that you often see on things like battery chargers, the ones, little trickle chargers. So it's got that on it as well. So I don't know why you'd ever want to undo it, to be honest, but it does have that. And then what I did was I removed the glass fuse completely. As I say, they're a bit tricky to get hold of. It's a 10 amp fuse. So I had a spare micro, bladed fuse, and I thought I'll use that. So, jumping the gun a bit, here is a picture of it actually connected to the handlebars. So it's very unobtrusive, unlike a square one that I had, originally on the Pan-European, which I've now got rid of and put a round one in. And you can see the little blue LED light. So I can't imagine that that's going to flatten the battery, to be honest. So what I did was I snipped off the wires, the glass fuse assembly. And these nifty little things, they're really good. They've got a little solder collar in the middle. And if you use like a butane cigarette lighter or a little blow lamp is what I used. A Lidl special, £2.50, it's great. And what I did was use them and solder on a bladed fuse holder, which holds the smaller fuses, and there's a red 10 amp in there. So you can see when you heat the little connectors up, it shrinks the plastic and melts the solder. It's fine. So I did that, and I just think it's handy having a USB port on a bike. Lots of other people think that too. Especially for charging a phone. My Pan-European blew a fuse, and like an idiot, I didn't check the right blinking fuse and ended up calling out the RAC about 3 months ago. And then, of course, my phone went flat. The battery went flat. Well, the RAC had me on call waiting for 45 minutes and took 5 hours to turn up. Never again. I'm going to never go in with the RAC again. I've been a member for 30 years. First call out ever. What a bunch of... Ugh. Had to use an app and a foreign call centre, honestly. Then when I got home and looked at the Pan-European carefully, having checked the fuse box at the site of the breakdown, I found another fuse that I had put in myself. Anyway, enough of a rant. It's not. What I'm saying is it's nice to have a means of charging your phone up, because when you need your phone battery, you can guarantee it's gone flat. So there it is. There's a bladed fuse holder. I put some spare fuses in the fuse box, plenty of 10 amps in there just in case, and it works a treat. I've actually plugged in I've got some heated cycling gloves that plug straight into a USB. They're not motorcycle gloves, but they worked fine. Didn't blow the fuse. Everything's fine. They warmed up. So I thought I'd give them a test, and here it is, in place. So look at that. We've got the left and right hand reservoirs, clutch lever, brake lever as per previous videos, and then that very unobtrusive USB port in there. So if it's something that you fancy doing and you can live with one USB port instead of several, or if you actually do need a Type C, I don't know why you'd need it, don't know, but it's there, and it's easy to fit. It's a good piece of kit actually for a tenner. And that's UK stock on eBay. So I thought I'd just share that. The boffins said, look, stick a video on. The technical team fitted it earlier and said, look, we want you to tell the whole world about how clever we are. So I'm doing as I promised. I don't believe a word of it, but I'll say it just to keep them happy. So in the meantime, take care on your bikes, and I'll be posting hopefully at the weekend with a whole new project. Not on this bike. A whole new project bike. Yes, assuming that the eBay seller sticks to his word, doesn't renege on the deal, and lets me pick it up on Saturday in my pickup truck. So I'll be posting at the weekend, all being well. So take care, and I'll post again soon. Bye for now.